Okay, Mom. Thank you for pushing through till this video. I was just telling her that she was asking me, you film 4 videos at once? I was like, no, this is special because she's around, and I am a believer in maximizing opportunities. So I saw this opportunity to share, learn, and reaffirm what it is that I've learned as I've been growing up. For me, I like also to reflect on these videos. I watch them sometimes when I miss you. Um, but this final video will be brief, but I just wanted you to speak to the fluid flow between being a parent and being a friend. That as we engage, sometimes we engage as Cecilia, my friend, but sometimes she's like, as a mother, you wear different hats. And a lot of times you can find how people approach parenthood, because I speak from the context of a child. I am still a child. I'm not yet a parent. As a child, I find so much comfort and wisdom and guidance from you as my mom. But I also feel understood and related with as my friend, where you share with me your own stories, you share with me your thoughts, your feelings, and you trust me with parts of yourself that a friend would trust a friend with. So maybe you can speak to that, and also speak to the power that comes from that kind of relating, that it doesn't take away from your authority as my mom.
Now, I think I go back again to memory lane. Or when I was not brought up by my mother, despite the fact that I was really happy wherever I was, because she kept on reassuring me where you are is also home, I really needed to have time with my mom. Not that I wanted to go back there because the conditions were really the home was there, but the conditions were not really. So not that I would have wanted to be there, but I really wanted to feel her. So there are times I could feel like I want to feel her, and I ran away from my sister's place. It's about 7 kilometers. I could use shortcut. I've ran away, used shortcut. When I reach home, I meet my sister's car there at the gate. Then my mother gives us tea and atuambia, see, you've arrived, yes, you've taken tea and now you can go. So I did not have time to tell her why I was going, and she didn't want to listen to why I was going because she really wanted me to be somebody. And my mother also used to be a traditional midwife. All the babies at that time, in the 60s, I think, all those children who were born in the village, she's the one who was conducting delivery. And I think that is where I got the nursing niche from her, because I also worked in Pumwani, delivered so many babies and so on. So the thing is, when I had my own home, I kept on promising myself, I want to know this lady, and I really want to know why she handed me over. I wanted to know why she didn't stay with me like other people stay with their children. So when I met my husband, my boyfriend then, I told him, Isaac, when we marry, I want my mother to stay with her. Every year we stay with her for 2 months. Is it okay with you? He said, yeah, even me, I want her. So once I got married, my mother came to my home in December. I used to pick her. She stays wherever we were, Kisumu, Mombasa, wherever we were. December and January was my month with her. So actually, I created a very good bond with my mother, friendship. She told me why she gave me out. We talked things, we became friends. And I think from that friendship with my mother, because even today she's gone, she died about 2 years ago, and she was over 100 years. We shared, she told me about herself, how she met my father, how they related, why my father married a second wife, How come they were friends? My mother and my stepmother were friends, but she told us to vow never to call us stepmother. She vowed never to call, she told us to vow never to call our stepsisters, stepbrothers. We grew as one, and my mother and my stepmother grew as one. Even when my father died, they maintained the relationship. So what I was saying is the friendship between me and my daughters is an inheritance from the friendship between me and my mother. Because when we were friends with my mother, I shared literally everything. Even my relationship with my husband, anytime there were problems, I could go and tell her, "Ay, Mama," I used to call her Mama, "Mama, this marriage, I think it's over." Then she says, "Over where? It has just started." And then I said, she told me, "You think you'll go anywhere and get happier?" Does he beat you? No. When you cook food, does he eat? Yes. Does he sleep? Are you sleeping in the same bed? I don't want to know what you do in that bed, but does he sleep in the same bed with you? Yes. He's only quiet? Yes. Forget about it. And he kept on, encouraging me. Through that sharing, I was able to learn a lot. And I thought I should sell the same to my daughters. We literally share everything. There are happy moments, there are sad moments, there are boyfriends, there are disappointments, and it is through that sharing that I'm able to guide them as an elder person. There are some things you can't learn in school, no matter what school you are. Like now, at the age I told you about, there are things I'm seeing, and then I just say, gosh, why didn't I know this one 10 years ago? Why didn't I know this one 20 years ago? That one cannot come. No matter what school you go, it comes with age. So it is through that I'm able to be friends with my children or my daughters. They tell me their challenges. I tell them maybe navigating this way could be okay, but follow your way. They say, I want this guy. I say, okay, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you see, utakufa hapo. Or this one is good. But observe. And I tell them, I told them, if this is what you want, I don't have the power to say no. But know that either way, this way, utakuta mashimo. This other way, you meet thorns. Now, if you go and fall in the shimo and you break your leg, I'm an ass. I'll take you. I'll take care of you. If you go this way, and because there are thorns, you'll be pricked, I'll give you treatment. However, I'm seeing, there is no straight line here, but make your own decision. And I feel like, I feel that parents should be able to be close with their children so that they can guide them with wisdom. And then guide them with love, not waiting for them to make mistakes. Then you tell them, I knew. Or history has repeated itself. Guide them, be with them, be their friend. When they come and they have made mistakes, don't shout at them, because we all make mistakes. You drank. How? Why not? They test, and then kigonga anakuja kwako, unamwambia, si ulisikia vile iko, you tested, it's bitter, yes, don't take again. Or you fought with so and so. People fight always, but I think that fight is not very good. So that is how what I can tell the young people: be friends with your parents. Tell them things, but also it's good to be careful, because also the background of the parent could also be another problem. So there are some things you might also share. If you feel you cannot be a friend to your parent, there are relatives or a very close friend who can be your friend, so that you can be able to share. Because also if you don't share, you make a lot of mistakes.
And it's so dangerous to be isolated. Like, you become, so even now I move from us relating as mother-daughter, I move to the practice of counseling, and how dangerous it is to be isolated. In terms of who is most likely to be a victim of abuse, it's the isolated person. Because the abuser is banking on the fact that no one will know, but if you create social structures where you're able to share your life with people. It offers some sense of social security that that insulates you from the shock of some shocks of life. You get?
Yeah.
So maybe you can also share with the audience from that perspective on being connected with people, because sometimes someone is asking, why should I tell people about my life? I'm independent. There is just, there's things you cannot do for yourself. And I think it's wise to accept that.
Yeah.
And then, now that you're aware that there are things you can't do for yourself, you ask, who will help me do these things?
Yeah.
Then help them look. You see how you are guiding them about relatives?
Yeah.
There are also some people maybe in the social life you can spot. You see,
Yeah.
this one can help me, can guide me in this environment, in
Yeah.
that work.
So silence is a killer. It's a very bad disease because when you become silent, when you have something to share or something to ask and you don't talk about it, it builds up inside you. It builds up, and as it builds up, one day it will just burst off. And as also Clara has said, when you're somebody who is closed, you become a victim of attack. Now, if you have issues and maybe you can't, or there are things which are disturbing you, you can't discuss with your father for some reason. You can't discuss with your mother for some reason. You can't even discuss with your siblings for some reason, depending on maybe you are the firstborn, maybe depending on how your family setup is.
Or even the nature of the issue.
Or the nature of the issue. There are some things you can't even share with the family. Where do you go? We have counseling psychologists in the country today. We have counselors in the country today. If you don't know where to look for a counselor, even if you go to a hospital and say, the thing I have is not sickness, I just want to talk to a counselor, you will always be referred. Those who can go through the internet also, you can look for listed counselors in the country. I don't know how many are listed, but also it depends on where you are and the cost, because sometimes counseling can be quite expensive, but it can also be quite cheap depending on where you go.
Yeah.
For instance, me, I don't charge much. I charge only 1,000 per session. And even for those who cannot afford, I do it free. But you may not be able to get in touch with me. If you are a relative, a close relative, I may not help you there, but I will always refer you to somebody who is not a relative for confidentiality purpose, because probably what is disturbing you is also touching me. So even if you came to me, I'll just tell you, okay, let me refer to somebody else who is not a family member.
They can also go to a church.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah, I think you can say that. I wanted to say that.
Yeah. If you go to churches that have amenities, you go to your church and you ask to speak to a counselor. Now, the only caveat with the church is that they will take the Christian counseling approach. So if you're at a point where you're like, any help is good help, and you're not, you also want to be economical with the resources that you spend, you can go to a church, you can get free counseling in church. If you're in Nairobi, you can go to Parklands Baptist Church, you'll get free counseling. It's in Westlands. That I know because I'm a member there and I serve there. Hospitals, government hospitals also offer good rates. They can also offer free counseling sometimes, depending on the nature of the challenge. But ikienda sana, maybe 500. Yeah, 500. Now, if you have the resources, you can look for licensed private practice counselors. There are so many organizations. But what I wanted you to speak to, also not really the nature of the counseling and, but just that the value of not being alone. Yeah, like when you have an issue, you won't, if the issue is affecting you to the level at which it's affecting you, you cannot manage it alone. If you could manage it alone, it would not be affecting you the way it's affecting you. Now that it's gotten to a point where you're feeling it, maybe you're not able to sleep well. Maybe it's affecting your moods and your performance. Go to someone.
And there are so many things in life which affect us. And some people ignore and just keep silent, knowing, it's not a problem, it's not a problem. It's a problem because it's a problem. Because when you start saying something is not a problem, then it's a problem. Then I ask you, hey, why are you quiet? Hey, Clara, you've been quiet for a whole of this month. You've not even called me. No, it's not a problem.
It's not
the
a
minute
problem,
you
okay.
say there is no problem, it means there is a problem.
A big one, actually.
A big one. And you need to share. Sharing is just talking about, like, I'm not happy at work. I feel like changing jobs. I'm so stressed because of 1, 2, 3. Maybe it is something very simple, which even me, I can, even when you are talking, what is happening at the job? Then you tell me this and this and this. Have you talked to your boss? Not really. Why don't talk to your boss? Maybe they can change you position or stations. And then maybe that is not what you are thinking about. You are just thinking, I know I can't cope. But the minute you go and tell your boss, this is what I'm passing through, then you say, okay, in fact, section A, we really needed somebody. Let me take you to section A, and it's problem solved. But when you don't talk about it and you bottle it, then it becomes actually a mental health issue because you can't sleep. And if you don't sleep, you go, inaitwa kuku. You go cuckoo. So it's very important, friends, family, when you have something disturbing your heart that you are not able to eat well, you are not able to have a healthy conversation with anybody. When you sleep, the sleep is not coming. When you start reading, you discover you are supposed to be in page 5, but all of a sudden unajiona page 20. Na hujasoma hizo pages zingine.
You don't remember
where you are. Then that is it is something which you need to talk about with somebody. Even if it's not a counselor, you can look for which relative can I go and talk to. As for me, relatives, come to me. You're welcome. Friends, you're welcome. If you don't need me, you tell me I want to be talked to, but not by you. I really appreciate that. I get you somebody to talk to. That is it.
And even as we are speaking of you or I getting help, also be the help people need. So when you're in a situation, or as you're living life, as you're relating with people, also be that person that people can come and share their challenges with, regardless of, sometimes
have an open heart.
And even share that, wow, this is so shocking. This is so shocking, but you know what? Thank you for coming to tell me. We'll figure it out together. Now both of you are now trying to think, what do we do? Because now we share the problem. So I would say that in as much as we are saying, reach out to people, and not just when there are issues, because you need to set up the systems when you're healthy. So when you're healthy, learn how to share your life with people. So tell people, oh, by the way, I joined this course. This is what I'm doing. I usually go for classes at this time and this time. Just know that I'm doing this course. You see, you're building a system of sharing so that when things are not good, when I come and tell you, Mommy, I feel this way, or I'm going through something, it's not a shock that I'm sharing. It's like, oh yeah, she shares her life with me. So in this season, I'm going to be like this with her. And even now when you share with me, so for instance, like now, when my mom lost her mom, and we had to also support her through the grief process, it was not abnormal for her to share that with us, because you are used to sharing your feelings, your experiences with us. So I would say also from a learning perspective, I'm learning how to be that person for other people. So that even now I'm more sensitive to you.
Amen.
So when you lose someone, I'm like, okay, my mom is going through a season. I need to support you. I may fall short, but I'm improving. I'm improving.
There's always room for improvement in every situation. For all of us. You can never reach. God cannot allow us to reach the top. Yeah, it's never.
We're always,
Yeah.
growing.
Striving,
Yeah. So that's that for all the talking we've done, and I want to say thank you for giving us your time, and also the grace to explain these things to us. Maybe at your age they might seem obvious, but for us it's not so obvious. So we have to keep on reminding ourselves, watching, rewatching, remembering, remembering, so that then we are also having the kind of relationships you have in our 60s, our 80s, our 110s, and our 120s.
Honestly.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for also giving me this opportunity. This is my first time to be in front of a camera talking freely. So in case maybe the talking has been ish, it's because I'm also learning. It's because the next video will be better, the next one will be better. But I believe we've shared enough. I also feel happy. And I thank God for whoever will read this. If you see it, like it, support Clara on her videos. And I don't know which one we'll do next. God will tell us, because it is God who guides. And I love you all. God bless you in a mighty way, the way you can't even believe. But as we said, God is our Father. Tell Him everything. Ask Him for everything. If you don't ask,
you don't receive.
Get.
Yeah. It's true. Right, thank you, Mommy.
Oh.
Bye.